Oh, okay, can't. Okay, this one's good. How do you make grand finale work then? Like, like in Slay the Spire 1, grand finale was you kept resetting until you get that. That was the way. So yeah, we did Resident Evil 7 DLC run for Chris Redfield 1, or Chris Martin as I like to call him, because that's what he looks like. We've done a playthrough in Shadow of Rose, Resident Evil 8 one. We did a run of Stranger of Paradise on PC, set a run there now. We've been Slaying the Spire for a fair old bit. I was contemplating running back the Chris Redfield one now and see if we can actually PB on it. But I mean, it's not a long one. But I'm also at that point here where I'm like, I won't be defeated by this. Don't like any of the cards there. They all suck. Oh, where were you a moment ago when I wanted to remove cards, you asshole? Let's go balls to the wall. Let's go the stupid way. We're not going poison. Poison doesn't seem to be as good. It just really doesn't. Oh, that's a shame. This with the Shiv build is great. Oh, that made me sad. Why you make me sad? Alright. Do we just go the most reckless route going? Is that it, folks? We just go for the big reckless routes. We get as many relics as possible and we just go for it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Alright, let's do it. Full send. Alright. We're going the shittest route going. Let's go. Projects, when are we going to get you on this? This is definitely your kind of game. You played Slay the Spire 1 anyway, if I remember rightly. Glad we upgraded those. It was alright. Alright, projects has been working on in the background. Okay, that was a useless potion. Cheers for that. Alright, we said we're going full send, so... Oh, okay, we're dead. All there is to it. There is so many annoying mobs in this one. This is where we go to die. Why did I end without using another defense? It was special, that's why. Zero cost slides, sure, why not? I'm throwing. I had a perfect good discard thing in there. I was like, no, stop that. Let's pay for it legit. Let's be legit. Little shit keeps robbing me. Alright, we'll take the Storm of Steel. I mean, technically with full sending, we're going to have to go back this way and go for this next elite, right? Technically. Not ideal. But not a bad turn. Not a bad turn. Poison? No, poison didn't get this done. Well, that would have been nice. Yeah, I need accuracy or something. I just need someone to give these daggers a little bit more kick. I had one run before where I had double stack on accuracy. So it was a case my shivs were hitting for like 30, 12, 15, something like that. Okay, I mean we're still going. Kind of, not really, a little bit. Jeez, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, you gain 1 strength. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna go back this way. I'll go back this way. Still has 2 more fights here, which is not great, but you know. Okay. We so dead. We just so dead. Oh, I've thrown so many fights there. One fight's irrelevant at this point. I've thrown so many fights. All garbage. That's it. We got this. We're on for a winner now. I mean, it wasn't a bad turn. What are you saying over there? Who's dead? Who's dead? I mean, fan of knives, we're just going to have to go with that. We're going for a shiz build, so just go fan of knives. I don't think it's great. I don't think any of those are great. You know what? We'll spend some gold. What's up, Thar? They all died. Thar, I've been doing this 13 hours. If by this point you think I have the slightest coherence of sensible play, you would be mistaken. Look, trust me, I've used Survivor to ditch things that would have stopped me from taking damage. There's been no end of some questionable plays. So this build is pretty cool. If you get accuracy with the shivs, it does some work. It's just it be. We still here. We still grinding. But I pour myself a drink, enjoy my night before bed. Don't blame me, enjoy it. We'll take that. You know, we'll take a second accuracy. Okay. Gotta lay off those drugs then, sir. Alright, come on. Get out of here, you stupid centipede. Get wrecked. Just need a knife trap. Do we think we got this one? Just in case. Alright. You know what? I'm going to take the side. I'm also going to go to a shop because we haven't been to one. This is shifts. Shift get chonky. This is I clicked stuff and things happened and we kind of went with it. I take it you like it, Alan. Shits for days. You got it. We're gonna go right path. Innate, perfect. What do you want to do, mate? What do you fancy doing? Like, do you want to kick back and just, well, not stream, but like just play Crimson? 5 hour goons, so there you go. So there's an idea. I'm trying to save her. Fair. Best with CP20. Yeah, but that game is so replayable though. Alright, so we got potential for 2 fights there, so... Should have done that first, that was my bad. Didn't see that until after the expose. And didn't do that properly either. That's fine. We make it. I don't really want those. Where's my Storm of Steel when you need it? Five as I'm in hospital for my 5th day off. I mean, I was gonna say that's nice, mate, but until you said the hospital part, that's not so nice. I'm gonna take some damage here. .45 kills the days off. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's worth it right now. I mean, I can just make this 0 cost. And then mic them up. Who knows? Alright, it's you. we made it. All right. I was not being defeated by it.